Welcome everyone and thank you so much for joining in. So as you can see, today we are going to start this analysis by looking at the price action of Bitcoin in a daily time frame using these four different indicators: Williams Alligator indicator, RSI, MACD and T3CCI. Because if we monitor the price movement right now, according to this Williams Alligator indicator, as we can see very clearly in the past Bitcoin price action, whenever we have seen this proper crossover happening where the blue line is appearing at the top and the green line at the bottom, that was a sign of weakness, and also after that a reversal scenario. Here vice versa, the green line at the top, blue line at the bottom, price showed this really nice impulsive movement, and this scenario has unfolded again and again. We are aware of that, right? But for us, what is most important is this price movement, what we are witnessing right now. I mean, if we look at this Williams Alligator indicator, this bullish crossover and bearish crossover are shortly lived. So this is showing us right now a clear indecision and also the coiling up. The coiling up from this Williams Alligator indicator, and every time when we have seen this coiling up happening, let's go backward and look at some of this example. If you look at the coiling up scenario, what unfolded here before price again started showing this impulsive movement, right? Before that, we also have this coiling up type of scenario playing out in price action of Bitcoin. You can see another one here before price showed this impulsive movement. But one thing what you have to take into consideration is coiling up doesn't mean the price has to see this breakout here in this manner. We have also seen coiling up and price showing this reversal type of scenario here as well. You can see longer term coiling up, and after that we saw bigger price retracement. So for us right now, if we look at all the indicators here to the downside, the shortly lived bullish and bearish crossover here in MACD, RSI line not clearly showing this movement above this 50 level, and also the T3CCI indicator is in a negative territory, and also this bullish and bearish territory scenario did not last it longer. So that's why guys, now if we look at these all four indicators, you can see this is a clear sign of indecision. So that's why we want the price of Bitcoin also to break certain resistance and hold certain support if the trend wants to actually show some impulsive price movement. Otherwise, as I've already been very clear, the price of Bitcoin could be inside this redistribution phase here, right? And that can be seen using this Y-curves market cycle scenario. Now, if we look at this Y-curves market cycle, according to the Y-curves market cycle right now, what we need for the new market phase, a proper accumulation phase. Because in the past Bitcoin price action, you can see a longer term accumulation phase led to a really nice breakout here to the upside, forming this actual market phase where the price of Bitcoin also made a new all-time high. And as soon as we started this consolidation here, also broke the support from this lower line area. After that, you can see we had this pullback or so-called a markdown phase. And right now, where we are finding ourselves could be a redistribution phase according to this Y-curves market cycle. So this is also a reason why I'm actually saying you this indecision right now here in price action Bitcoin could be very, very dangerous. So we have to remain around this 38,000-39,000 at any cost, because we don't want to get trapped in this scenario where the price of Bitcoin shows some more consolidation and starts breaking here to the downside, forming an actual accumulation phase before starting this new markup phase. And also guys, also let me show you what must the bulls do if we want to invalidate this redistribution, make it an accumulation phase and start this new markup phase from here on. Because if you look at this price structure carefully, we want the price of Bitcoin or the bulls to clearly break out of this important line of resistance, which is lying between this 44 to 45,000 area. If the price of Bitcoin manages to come across it and also flip this resistance into support, a proper support, then guys, then this will be looked as a accumulation phase. And after this accumulation, we will be seeing a new markup phase type of scenario in price action of Bitcoin. So all eyes are going to be around this 45,000. And beside this example, I also want to talk about this one scenario, because I know I have showed you that in a bigger time frame, the price of Bitcoin could be inside this descending channel, and if this 45,000 resistance is going to get broken, then we will be also continue this rally here to the upper direction. Now let me show you that here in a bigger time frame. So now, before I switch into other chart, I just want to make you aware to all the traders watching this video right now, we have around $8,200 crypto exchange bonus. For example, Bybit is providing around 4,100, which I consider the best one, and also Femex is providing around $4,100 bonus. So the total of $8,200 bonus is provided for you if you sign up using my ref link, and the bonus will be deposited or credited only after your initial deposit. Now let's switch the chart. So in a bigger time frame, guys, you can see very clearly, I've also talked about this already in my video. If you follow this parabolic line with each and every impulsive movement, or when the price of Bitcoin was finding itself in this parabolic phase, we found support each and every time the price came across this parabolic line. But once the support got broken, right, we started with this actual downtrend. Similar scenario unfolded here. Each and every retracement, the price found support at this parabolic curve line, and when the support got broken, the price started with this actual downward rally. And also, guys, also if you look in our case, this line was actually a strong line of support. The price has broken out of it. So now if we compare this one here with from 2014 2018, you can see the price of Bitcoin could be also be forming this descending channel type of formation before showing an actual bullishness, because with each and every price retracement what we have seen here in the past Bitcoin price action, price of Bitcoin looked more like it was following this descending channel. Once the price broke out of it, we also started with this new marker phase. And in our case right now, this is still an higher highs, higher lows formation, right? What I want to add here is this another descending channel type of scenario in this way. So that's why I was showing you with this scenario where the price of Bitcoin has to break out of this 45,000 range if we want to invalidate this bearish scenario. So that's why, guys, what we don't want price of Bitcoin to do is to remain inside the descending channel, because as long as we are going to remain inside this descending channel, the upper line here is going to be a strong line of resistance and lower line is going to be a strong line of support. So we could be forming a movement here in this manner if the price fails to find support above this 44 to 45,000 price area. And if this downward trend is going to continue, then we know this phase here, the redistribution phase from Wyckoff, will be also playing out very, very well before forming an actual accumulation scenario. So these are some interesting scenario what I wanted to share with you. And now let me switch this another price movement what we are witnessing here. Ascending triangle formation. Yesterday, the price of Bitcoin broke below this ascending triangle. But now, if you look at this carefully, the price re-entered and again is failing to stay above this 38,800, 38,700 price range. So this is for us very important, because we know if the daily is going to close below this support line, then we could be showing another continuation pattern here to the downward direction, because ascending triangle in a downtrend is actually looked as a bearish scenario, and we don't want this to happen, because if this ascending triangle is going to play out, price breaking here to the downside, then as you can see, the lower price target is going to be around this 29 to 30,000 price area. So that is also a reason right now in a daily time frame we want the daily candle to close above this rising trend line or the lower line of this ascending triangle. That could be around 38,700, 38,800 at any cost. So if we lose this support, then we know the trend here might be weakening and slowly heading towards the downward direction. And also, if you remember yesterday, I showed you that the price of Bitcoin here in a smaller time frame could be forming this symmetrical triangle type of formation, because we saw that this line has acted as a strong line of resistance, but the lower line was a strong line of support. And yesterday, when the price of Bitcoin was below it, this was a sign of weakness. Now, if you look at this carefully, you can see the price was below it, came back to retest it, failed to find support, and now we are again below the support line from this symmetrical triangle. So these scenarios are also not looking good for Bitcoin, losing the support from this symmetrical triangle and also the ascending triangle formation. So that is the reason for us right now. It's very important that the bulls defend this 39,000 support at any cost. And if we want to see any sort of a impulsive movement and actual trend reversal, then the 45,000 resistance must be flipped into support. So these are some of the interesting price movement that I wanted to share with you in today's video. If you enjoyed my work, then please hit the like button, and also for those individuals watching this at first time, hit that subscribe button and the bell. So by saying this, I'm signing out. My name is Anup. Bye bye.